Hey there, BookTube. Noah. Everyone who reads it must converse is the channel. Thank you. I figured I'd jump in on this. This is a random non-fiction exploration. So, Jason at Byways in Bookland piggybacked off of another booktuber. Sorry, I don't remember who, but I will put your I'll find it afterwards and put your link in the description box, where he was pulling out random nonfiction books, just kind of weird stuff. He had one that was an exploration of barbed wire that looked super interesting. One that was like an exploration of food, different kind of thing like that. But just these weird little nonfiction things. And I thought, well, I got some weird nonfiction, man. Definitely. So I figured I'd jump in on that and show off some of these weird nonfiction books that we have. You will see that mine are definitely, the theme is things that I just love. So, the first one I'm going to show is called Breaking Open the Head, a Psychedelic Journey into the Heart of Contemporary Shamanism. This is Daniel Pinchbeck, and this is a kind of a landmark work in modern shamanistic exploration. It's finely written and often harrowing, let me tell you. It is something that is, and like I said, it's an exploration of use of psychedelics in contemporary society. The quote on the front is at the start here. When I picked it up, I just opened it up and saw this one, and it's Joseph Conrad. One must explore deep and believe the incredible to find the new particles of truth floating in an ocean of insignificance. And isn't that the truth? Because we live in a world now, at least here in America, where there's so much facts and information thrown at people all the time that they actually think that they know a lot of real stuff, when actually 99% of what they know is insignificant to their life and to the society as a whole. It's just beliefs, or at the not even that. It's just arguments. This side is, there's 2 or 3 sides in an argument, and they've already picked one, and they want to just give you the facts that support that and have you validate it and stuff like that. I mean, just useless. Give it a couple of months and we'll be on to another thing, right? If we're lucky, if not a week, what I mean? A week from now. But this is great. This is a personal exploration of psychedelics. My initiation into psychedelics, where he tried things like mushrooms and cactus, and tried these kind of just total natural psychedelic plants, and then he tries ayahuasca, DMT, and that's what really does the deal on him. LSD, a whole exploration of LSD, and then he goes all the way into an exploration, a mystical inward, mystical meaning inward transmission that he received on his psychedelic exploration. It is very, very interesting. It is classified under the social sciences, and it is very cool. I hope y'all enjoyed that one. The next one I'm going to show, I have not read yet. This just came today. I'm super excited about it, so I figured I'd throw it in on here. And this is Charles Williams' theological writings. Charles Williams was nothing if not strange as far as theology is concerned. You see a picture of him there. So be ready, be ready with this for some theology that is not gonna be accepted by the mainstream, for sure. But biblically based, yes. But what he does is he developed practical applications, practical ways of use of theological ideas that actually, are very, very interesting. And this will be my first exploration into his theology proper. There is some of his theology in some of his novels that come out between the characters, and he actually does a pretty fair job explaining the theology behind the activity in his novels. So I feel like, I get at least a couple of points of doctrine that he does kind of expound on, but this will give the absolute meat of it. Other than this, he came down from heaven and the forgiveness of sins. There is the descent of the dove is another theological writing that he did, and after that, that's all you need for his theology. So another strange nonfiction that I grabbed is called Nothingness by Henning Gens. This is the science of empty space. It is a very cool work, a very mind-expanding work. This is something that gave me a lot of stuff to think about. A tour de force, a book you definitely won't want to miss. All that. I'll just read the back here. In Nothingness, noted physicist Henning Gens explores one of the most puzzling problems of physics and philosophy. What does empty space have an existence independent of the matter within it? So that is the question of whether there is a field that exists that things, particles or light move through, or they're in quantum mechanics. I mean, it goes into all this kind of stuff. In quantum mechanics, there is kind of like spontaneous creation of particles. Empty space in quantum mechanics is not empty, not really empty at all. It's not a vacuum. There are particles constantly being, born of the void, and then annihilating themselves in the void. So there is activity in space, and this is an exploration of space from a physicist's perspective, through the use of crystal clear prose and over 100 clear and instructive illustrations. Gens takes the reader from the metaphysical speculation of ancient Greek philosophers through discoveries of Newton and to early experiments of his contemporaries, right up to the latest theories in quantum physics and cosmology. Nothingness is the perfect introduction on the startling complexities that have emerged from the void. So this is just a wild ride, really, and this is it's physics. It is what people think of. These physicists, these theoretical physicists. It's what they are postulating and what their models are trying to get a hold of and get a handle on to explain in some kind of way. The last two that I grabbed are both by the same author. This is Clifford A. Pickover, and he wrote Time, a Traveler's Guide. This is an exploration of time. It is an amazingly fun read that actually starts off giving you a little bit of relativity, Einstein's theories of relativity and stuff. And then goes into Lorentz transformation, and then you get into these kind of particles that are not not observable, but are theoretically postulated called tachyons that actually move backward in time. And and is not, it's scientific in the way that it goes at the problem, but basically it's a thought experiment, all about the nature of time, that will leave you breathless and in a kind of place where you never thought you'd be. That's for sure. Very, very fun. And the other by Clifford A. Pickover that I grabbed because I love it is Dreaming the Future, the fantastic story of prediction. Now, this is an exploration of traditions that use things like runes, scrying mirror might be a more modern thing, but cards, tarot cards, things like that, or just dreaming. Like, no, there's a whole lot in here on Nostradamus and Edgar Cayce. These modern day prophets that were prophesying the future. It goes into just so much of the of dreaming and where and a scientific exploration of where dreams may come from, how there is kind of like a what Jung would call a collective consciousness, but that is actually, in individuals' subconscious. We're not fully aware of it, but it is informing our thoughts and our behavior. It is more in symbols, which is what dreams are in, right? And so I was fortunate enough to get this. There's Pickover right there. I was fortunate enough to get this book as an ex-library at my local library. They were just getting it out of their circulation. And the cover is Sophia as depicted by the artist Alex Grey. Alex Grey is one of my favorite artists. Such wonderful stuff. So this is a whole lot of fun if you're into any kind of thing like Edgar Cayce, Nostradamus, tarot cards as far as divination is concerned, runes, pendulum, any kind of thing that automatic writing, that kind of stuff, that might be up your alley for just a mind-blowing read. So that's my picks for some weird nonfiction. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed making it. Thank you, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.